Good morning. This is me, Rusty 78609, Central Texas, USA. I'm full-time RV, have done it for 23 years. And I also go camping in a Toyota Prius. Have done that for the past 3 or 4 years and I enjoy the crap out of it. However, now I'm into something different. I have got a pet. A 3-week-old miniature dachshund. I'm age 71. I live alone in an RV. I have a full-time RV. I think I mentioned that. It's 8:20 a.m. Central Standard Time. Temperature is 77 top-down degrees. And I just finished my walk with my lovely animal Romeo. That's the dog's name. And he's sleeping, and me, have escaped, sort of. And I'm going to return an item at Ace Hardware, and then I'm gonna go to the grocery store and get a few things and see how he does. And if he does okay today, I'll try it again tomorrow, going out for a little while. And if he does okay then, I'll try it again for a little while. And then on Saturday, when I have my wine tasting event and we'll be gone for 4 hours, I may not have to put him in a cage, which I don't want to do. For some reason, that just goes against everything I like. I wouldn't like being put in a cage, so I don't want to put my dog in a cage. It's just the way I grew up. Things ran free in Texas, and that's the way I grew up. So, had a few comments about leaving the dog in the car with the air conditioner on. Some people don't understand how the Prius air conditioner works. A Toyota Prius air conditioner is electric. And you just you actually leave the engine in the on position even though the motor is not running when you're parked. The only time the engine will cut on is when the batteries get low, and then the engine cuts on. It's the best generator in the world. It recharges the batteries, and when the batteries have enough of a charge, the engine cuts off, and on it goes. So you can leave your pet in a Toyota Prius with the air conditioner on and be gone for a day if you wanted to. One point was made about people seeing the dog in the car with the windows rolled up, and good citizens they are, breaking the windows to save the dog. Well, that's a good point. That's a good point. Hopefully, I won't have to face that issue. But it's a valid argument because we've got a lot of do-gooders in the world, and some of them actually do good, and some of them just basically disturb the peace. So, anyway, I'm going to be gone probably out on this little trek for about an hour or a little more, and we'll see how it goes. Romeo went on a good walk with me this morning. Did all this stuff, pee pee poo poo. Still hadn't had an accident. You know what I mean, other than the two I've mentioned. And so he's doing good on the house training, really good dog so far. Doesn't whine, and has not whined at night or during the day one time. That's amazing. And that's one of the things that I thought might be an issue for me. What are issues for people today were what were called problems when I was growing up. There were no issues, okay? There were tissues, but no issues. People had problems. And so it's the same thing. But anyway, so far so good. This is day 6 with Romeo, the Miniature Poodle. And he's doing good. I'm pleased. He is a companion. He's everything that you would hope a dog would be. And we're just taking it one day at a time. When I left him in the house, he was in the bathroom and in one of his favorite spots on a towel that I put down for a little pad. And he was working on a chew stick. But after a long walk this morning, because he went with me for about, close to 2 miles, and then I walked back by the house, and he dropped off. He decided to stay around the house. He did. He went up on the patio and picked up something in one of his toys I've made, and he was in heaven. So I went and continued my walk just around the front of the house for several more minutes, and that worked out really good. Right now I'm having me a new type of smoothie that I made this morning. It is banana, cherries, blueberries, a whole orange, some chia seeds that are already pre-soaked, and yogurt. And I added some water, and it's pretty damn good. It's what you would call refreshing. And with that in my hand, we are cruising down the highway at a rapid pace of 53 miles per hour. I feel like, if I ever pass somebody, I know I'm in a school zone, because that's the only time that I might be going faster than anybody else. I mean, when I go out traveling on Interstate 10, or when I get up to I-40, shit, I get to see the whole world pass by. Zip, zip, zip. Because I drive a little over 70 on the interstates, but the speed limit on Interstate 10 after you get past Junction is 80 miles an hour all the way to El Paso, nearly, which is about 300 something miles, 350, 400 miles, long way. So I don't drive that fast, and everybody zooms by me. But it is a nice day today. We've got a little cloudy sky, not too bad, about 1/3 clouds and 2/3 clear. Nice weather for this time of the year. Hey, that's kind of pretty good. A little poetry there. And what else is going on? My gosh, the silliness of politics. Just imagine yourself going to sleep right now and waking up after the election. What difference could you have made? Answer, none. So, don't let the talking heads get in your head. You know what I mean? Stand guard at the door of your mind. It is yours. Whatever you let in are ingredients. And that's the way I live my life, and I sleep good at night. My blood pressure is like 120 over 76, 78. I don't know what my cholesterol level is. The last time I had it checked, it was low. I know that. And blood sugar was right on target. Oxygen level, perfect. So, no brag, just fact. It's just a fact of what good diet, exercise can do. I'm age 71, take absolutely no medication whatsoever, and don't plan to. Now, you never know, that could change. If I had a bacterial infection, I would take an antibiotic. But for viral infections such as flu, bronchitis is a flu virus, colds, why waste your money? It doesn't do anything but give you symptomatic relief. Do I take the flu shot? Nope. Never have. Don't plan to. Am I concerned about Zika or Zika or whatever it is? Nope. Why? Because I don't care. If I get bit and get Zika and die, I just do. I mean, shit. Why let the talking heads drive you crazy? God damn it. Boy, they've got to have something. I know I worked for a newspaper for 10 years, many years ago, and the whole thing was getting those stories that had legs, those ones you could run with for days, weeks, maybe months if you could drag them out that long. Get the people in it like reading a novel and just give them a piece of it every day. And that's exactly what they do in the news, in the video media, the cable media, or whatever else there is. Even YouTube, even the YouTube news channel, same thing. You got to give them a bite. Give them a sound bite and just keep biting, 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 biting. Well, this is Kingsland, Texas. This is Tuesday, the day after Labor Day in the USA. And a book I'm reading right now about the history of the world from 1900 to 2010. You know, people don't realize back in the early 1900s, people in England and other parts of Europe were working in coal mines starting at the ripe old age of 12 years old and working, 60 hours a week or more in conditions that would kill a man, and did, by the thousands. The safety standards were poor, if they existed at all. So we've come along, we've done a lot of good things, folks. I don't talk about that much. Why? Good news doesn't sell. That's why. Rarely. Good news will sell if it's like a rescue, you know what I mean? If somebody has rescued somebody from a situation where they were drowning, that's good news, but it's also appealing human interest. Those are called human interest stories. And they work too. But anyway, I forgot to go to Ace Hardware. I had one stop, and guess what? I missed it. God, pleasures of getting older is all I can tell you. The pleasures. Well, we'll go to the grocery store first. How about that? I had to make two stops. I was going to go to Ace Hardware first, but one thing about being in charge of your own life, you can change your plans in an instant. Am I capable of doing that? You bet. It's like getting a pet. You bet. Just like getting a pet. You get that? Anyway, I'm going to sign off now. I always park in these cripple places because there's so many here. They're always vacant. And I just don't want to be. I've got a thing I made for crippled people. But anyway, you folks have a good day. This is Rusty78609. Thumbs up. Carpe diem. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.